all the legal immigrants and chucked them on a plane and sent them abroad, you would think that the right wing would be happy. Whether it be the MAGA or whether it be like the Reform Party in the United Kingdom. But no. There's always a dig. There's always somebody that's going to complain. Even though a government might be doing what they actually asked for in the first place. Sometimes you just cannot win, can you? You really cannot win. I do wonder, that I do. What are we supposed to do to make those knuckle draggers happy? What are we supposed to do? You know. Well, old Donald Trump, when he gathers up or scoops up all the Mexicans and send them back, the so-called illegals or undocumented migrants that is basically propping up the American economy, will the right wing be happy? Most probably. They'll love it, yeah. But not in the UK, no. There's always somebody who's going to have a dig. And this time it's the right wing. Is it because Keir was criticising the Rwanda flights? Maybe. Or is it just to have a dig? Whatever Labour does in the United Kingdom, they are never happy. Never happy. Because the right-wing press, the media and what have you, is pushing a narrative that is against the Labour Party, even if they do anything that is relatively good. Well, in their eyes. Not necessarily mine, no. But it depends, you see. There's a whole bunch of Brazilians that have been chucked on a secret flight back to Brazil, including around 109 children. And they've been removed from the United Kingdom. They're all part of this, like 10,000 odd that was sent back since the Labour Party have been in power. Now, in the United States, we're not going to go on over there. This is flippin' scary, what's going on over there. You now got that, oh crikey, what's his name again? Something Hash or something. Oh, Kash Patel, who's going to be likely, or if he gets, you know, it's going to be, he's not a conspiracy theorist, he's likely to be the director, FBI director. God's sake. The man has got no experience of it. He was a prosecutor, yes, but not, no organisational skills whatsoever. He's just a conspiracy theorist and a Donald Trump yes man. Like everyone else that has been put into the cabinet, Donald Trump's new cabinet. If it all gets passed through, which it probably will. There might be a couple that don't quite squeeze through, but they'll probably get through. These people got too much power, you see. They certainly have. Now, although that was a very close election, even though the MAGA lot was saying, no, we obliterated you, you know. You weren't listening to our needs. We were frightened because they were snowflakes. They were worried about their children, they said. What? Maybe we'll give up the guns then, or something like that. You know, occasional drive-by shooting, you know, and or even at school. Well, the Labour Party has managed, in the UK, to send back, these are basically people who didn't pass the asylum process in the United Kingdom, and they've been sent back to Brazil. The 600 odd and 190 children have been sent back to Brazil. There's obviously, like I say, there's the other 10,000. You see, what's happened is Keir has managed to negotiate, not himself, but Yvette Cooper has managed to negotiate return deals, for which the previous Conservative government struggled to do. And in their, think about this is their first period of exports of so-called illegals. I haven't put a tariff on them. Export of these so-called illegals. And he's up by about 25% on what the Tories managed to do in their first, already, first 3 months. So, to be fair to them, they've done pretty well. I just hope they are all, they haven't been pushed through in the sense they've been pushed through to and sent back to places that they don't feel safe, if you know what I mean. Especially countries that aren't too favourable towards gays or LGBTQ plus Q2 whatever it is. I keep forgetting LGBTQ plus. Anyway, as long as they're okay. But who knows? Who knows? It seems to be rather quick. But anyway, they're being criticised for the fact they're actually doing what these right-wing nut jobs and GB News lark in the United Kingdom, which is basically like Fox News in the UK, they've been kicking off. That they have. So I say sod them. I think it's time really for the British government to actually stop listening to the media and just do whatever they need to do, because these narratives that are being thrown around at the moment are just exaggerated out of all proportions. They seriously are. Now, I'm not a Labour fan. I'm not a natural Labour voter, and I'm certainly not a Tory voter. I'm a bit of a greenie, me. I want to look after our planet, the place that we live, and the thing that the place that we. If we don't look after that, we're buggered anyway. So what's the point of politics? What's the point of nuclear missiles? We're going to have our faces fried off at this rate. Or just freeze. Like that. Suddenly. Oh. Dear. Oh, dearie me. Oh, dearie me. It's a difficult job. Who would want that job? Who would really want to be a prime minister or a president, apart from Donald Trump, to keep himself out of jail? Who would want to be that? Who would really want that job? They always leave in disgrace. Don't they? Whether it be Tony Blair did a good job to start with, and he had the Iraq War. You got Donald Trump, he got fired. And then brought back again. Oh God! I got a very interesting clip, an interview with Steve Bannon for you, and that Kash Patel geezer. He's going to be the head of the FBI. Oh my God! You need to watch this or see it, or hear it. You just need to hear it. It's unreal. Oh my God! That man's a nutcase. Complete and utter screwball. These people are already in positions of power. They're already got the ability to put people in jail, and they're just nut jobs. And they're going to be put in the cabinet. Look at that Tom Home geezer. He's going to be the border czar. Oh my God. It is astounding. Anyway, while Vladimir Putin had his eye off the ball, the jihadists managed to take over Aleppo relatively easily. Although Russia's come over and started bombing them down, because Bashar al-Assad just said, "Oh, please help me, quick! It's like a coup." Well, it's not a coup, is it? A terrorist says a terrorist. That's what he says. They're just sick of them. Absolutely sick of them. This is tyranny. This is what you can. You know what flipping Donald Trump is doing, don't you? It's not just about being a dictator of the United States. What he's trying to create his very own little dynasty, putting all his family members in prominent positions in the government. That's what he's doing. He's creating a dynasty. Whether it be his son or whether it be, oh crikey, his daughter's father-in-law and various others. Oh God, he's going to be the ambassador to France. And someone else is going to do something to do with Saudi Arabia, and they're just literally all family members. And then you've got Trump Jr. He's constantly sticking coke up his nose. How many times have you seen him actually literally doing it? Kind of thing, you know what I mean? That and AI did a better job. God, Bannon. And these people that are put into government, they got their fingers on the button. This is deeply concerning. They're moving on over there. The Russians and the Chinese, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping and his dynasty. They're laughing. They think it's hilarious. I kind of think it's hilarious, but I'm actually really concerned for you in the United States and us and everywhere else. And now Donald Trump is trying to impose more tariffs or threaten more tariffs. 100% tariffs, he says, on you lot in the BRICS. Yes. Members of the BRICS, because they're threatening to, well, the suggestion is they're going to start their own currency, which could become stronger than the dollar. And that could quite easily happen. And you flip it now. They're doing pretty well over there, actually, the BRICS. It's growing so fast. More and more members. It's very worrying, very concerning. You know, if you think with these empires and what have you of the past, and you know, if you think of the British Empire, okay, you go back to Persians and stuff, but, you know, but if you go to the British Empire, and then we kind of lost it because of the war. I mentioned it last night, but lost it because of the war, and it became America's patsy. You know, so-called special relationship, which the Americans don't really see. You don't really see us as a special relationship from over there, do you? No, we just get criticised. Oh, coming over there to paying for all those weapons to go over into Europe and fight your wars and stuff. But in England, in Angland, in Wangland, our special relationship with the Americans. They'll come and save us, they will. Yeah, they'll save us from Vladimir Putin. Oh, it's a bit like the German car industry saving us from Brexit. Yes, we'll get a car deal. We'll get a deal because the car industry, the BMWs and the Mercedes, they'll kick off, and now they're all struggling because all these electric car manufacturers and China. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. It is. I wasn't going to go live tonight, actually, because I went live last night. And you know what I had done? Let me just go and get the chat up. That's what I better do. So you see what you guys and gals are saying. Where's my mouse gone? Over there. It's gone really slow. No, there it is. Believe me. Computers, eh? Computers. So it starts doing my silly voice. There we go. That's what I want. And now I should be able to see the chat. Skip that. I haven't checked my audio, have I? I've got audio, that's good. Oh, okay, that's right. Oh, anyway, who have we got in the chat? Who have I forgotten about already, eh? Oh, well, I've got, hey, Joe Lefty! Hello, my friend, I hope you're well, mate. Hi, all in the chat, says Alistair, hello, my friend. And Doc Davies, hi, folks. And Fairsight. And is it Marugant, Nayak? Keir, Trump, NYC, Dame. Oh. Both Keir and Donald look similar, a body type. Donnie is 16 a year older than Keir. Both, do you know what it is there? I don't think either of them have done anything physical in their life. Although I'm fat now, I used to be full of muscle, but I'm a fat blob now. But and it's just because working on the tools, you're lumping bags of cement about and shit like that, aren't you? You're on tools, Got no interest in politics whatsoever. You're just doing your job. But people like Keir Starmer's been sitting at a desk all his life and didn't bother to go to the gym. And God knows what. I have to admit, Donald Trump has been busy. Yeah, he has been getting some exercise on the Epstein Island, hasn't he? Yes, apparently. Don't say no more like that. Johnny K. Well, is it too much to expect a UK government that's actually addressed some actual issues, even occasionally? I think they have a plan. They have actually done. What has Angela Rayner said they're going to be doing very, very soon regarding? Can you remember when the previous Prime Minister, little old Richie Sunak in his short trousers, he stood up there, didn't he, in his constituency, and he says, "Oh, Labour, they wanted to give money to the poor, but I stopped that, and I gave it to you, rich lot, instead." And he thought that was funny. Anyway, he got recorded saying that, didn't he? Well, anyway, Angela Rayner has actually said the opposite. she says she's going to remove funding from some rich boroughs and give it to the poor boroughs, the poorer councils, and mess about with the council tax rates and what have you, and also going to be looking at rates for areas that councils that need to put the rates up, because currently they're capped, you see. Council tax is basically the tax, like people's house tax on houses and stuff. You don't know that in the United States, but yeah, it's here in France we don't have it. There isn't any anymore. They got rid of it about 2 years ago. So that was a very pleasant surprise. So we only have to pay what we call a taxe foncière, which is basically our land tax, and then we have to pay for our bins and stuff like that. And but the actual part for the house was they got rid. Macron got rid of it. Yeah, so he does something really positive for the people. So they got less more money in their pockets, but then you get criticised for it. Yeah, this is, yet again, it's right-wing media. It really is. You might not like Emmanuel Macron. A lot of people don't. He's a bit. I think he's a little bit arrogant, what have you. But he has made some really good changes. He's simplified a lot of the administration. He's where it's like, for instance, the health. It's all done online now with Amelie, and it works really well. And we've got healthcare that works. We get seen, and it's quick. And it's all included within what we get in the system. There's no threat. If any of us get ill, there's no worry. There's no threat, crikey, can I afford, or are we covered? No, you're covered. Plain and simple. There's no hassle, no worry. It's not a constant stress. Best way to be, eh? I think so. That's why you need Bernie Sanders. Let's bring this old chat down over there, okay. Good evening, all, and Bad Monk. Hello, my friend, hope you're well. Another sneaky live stream. Yeah. I wasn't going to go live, actually. I went live last night. I thought, shall I go on? Let's go live. What the hell? G-Ball, hello there. And Joe Maros, I hope you're well, my friend. How was it in Portugal? And the Grey Reaper. There are loads of right-wing YouTube channels and Facebook groups that have just dropped since the election. Have just dropped, literally just gone. Do you reckon that there's a quite possibility that they might have been Russian funded? Oh, it's done their job. Funding's gone. That's it. They're off. I wouldn't be a bit surprised, would you? Donald Trump, and the same with Keir, what have you as well. And look what's going on. It's just happened in Australia. I actually think this is a good idea. It feels a little bit harsh. And I can imagine it's going to be hell for the parents that they're banning social media for under 16-year-olds. And they're going to put a lot of pressure, obviously, on the providers, the platforms, to implement this. How the hell are they going to do it? I don't know. But they're going to have some kind of security system up there. Maybe it's going to be a retinal scan or a probe. Oh, you don't know. Anyway, whatever it might be, to prove your age. Oh dear! Can you imagine being a parent of a kid that's just had the social media taken away from them? Oh my God! It'll be hell. They will be so ratty. Some of these kids have got thousands and thousands of followers, in some cases millions. Some of these kids actually make money on there. They shouldn't be, obviously, but they actually make money. Oh dear me. So. It is going to be an interesting one for them, I should think. But I actually think it's a good idea, because in some ways, I think it's a little bit harsh, as in the way they're going to go about it. But I think they need to do something that it's getting out of control. The amount of kids suicides, bullying, and all that sort of stuff all done on social media, because these people can get away with it, because half of them are aliases anyway. So, hello, Stephen Bannon. Hey, Marcos, all around. Hello. I'll be looking. They're busying about. You look like my maths teacher. Oh, blimey, poor sod. Let's come down a bit. Hello, Steve McGowan, hope you're well, and Steady Eddie, 543. That's what they voted for. That is what they voted for. They thought, yeah. Keir and the Labour Party, and obviously Donald Trump as well. They probably say they're going to scoop these people and take them out, but they'll think they realise it. Oh, they don't mean me. regarding obviously Trump. And now you've got this Kash Patel geezer, the head of the FBI. Oh, Christ, I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to play it for you. This is just, whoa. Listen to this. This is Kash Patel, and this is Donald Trump's choice for director of FBI, of the FBI. Here we go.
Cash, I know you're probably going to be head of the CIA, but do you believe that you can deliver the goods on this in a pretty short order the first couple of months so we can get rolling on prosecutions?
Yes, we got the bench for it, Bannon, and you know those guys. I'm not going to go out there and say their names right now so the radical left-wing media can terrorize them. But, excuse me, the one thing we learned in the Trump administration the first go-round is we got to put in all-America patriots top to bottom. And we got them for law enforcement, we got them for intel collection, we got them for offensive operations, we got them for DOD, CIA, everywhere. And the one thing we will do that they never will do is we will follow the facts and the law and go to the courts of law and correct these justices and lawyers who have been prosecuting these cases based on politics and actually issuing them as lawfare. We will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes.
Are they talking about themselves?
After the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections, we're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice. And Steve, this is why they hate us. This is why we're tyrannical. This is why we're dictators. Because we're actually going to use the Constitution to prosecute them for crimes they said we have always been guilty of, but never have.
So again, all these people have on their mind is revenge.
Oh, dear me. He's someone really worth following. If you don't already, Brandon, Tennessee Brando, he's really good. Interesting guy. So what do you think of that? Everyone's fears literally come through. All the stuff that Donald Trump tried to deny is all coming true. Such as the 2025. Project 2025. Oh, I don't know. I read it. I don't know what it's about. He probably hasn't read it, actually. He probably knows nothing about it. He's just been told it's been a good idea. I've got doubts he can even read, to be honest. All right, Pandora, you can have a treat. Oh, there you go, girl. She's just wagging her tail so hard, it's banging the floor. It's irritating. There you go. Yeah. So, so what do you think of that? Tell me, please. Does it worry you? Are you one of those? Oh, crikey, does it mean YouTubers as well? Oh, crikey, you're going to come over here to France? I'm in France, you know. I don't think I'm going to be going to the United States anytime soon. No. Spanners! Hello, Spanners! Oh, crikey, we've got, Mad Monk, Joel, and, I thought I saw another one a minute ago. Who else do I see? Yep, another dump wackadoo. Yeah, thanks for that. Spank the monkey. Ooh. That's what Trump's been doing. He's correct. He's correct. Right, okay. I don't think so. No. Well, I know the trollop he's spouting. Prosecutors looked at it, it's been through the courts, there's, you know, he's been found guilty. Donald Trump's been found guilty. The Dominion machines, what have you, was it 470 million or something in fines in the end? It was going to be 750 at one point, I think. That's anyway, a huge amount of money. That certainly is, Storm, a very scary time in the United States. I really feel sorry for you guys and gals. I really do. It's a hell of a worry. And not just for, the United States, but everywhere, because we're interconnected. You know, just like these flipping tariffs he's threatening everyone with. We're all interconnected. So we're integral, you know? If you could... I've always doubt there's actually anything apart from growing the crop that you can actually grow. Actually, no, well, then there's the tractors. Pretty much everything relies on imports. Really everything. Fertilizers and all that sort of shit. And when you look at the states in the United States, and you look at, like, for instance, Texas, what have you, a lot of their import-exports are import a huge amount from Mexico. And then you go to the other side, They import a lot from Canada. And a lot of the states in Central import a lot from China. China. This is just madness. It's fascinating madness, but it's madness. I'm kind of interested to know how it's going to pan out. Is somebody going to say to Donald Trump that, hang on, we can't do this, look what's happening, look for the hell. Inflation's all of a sudden shot up. These are all inflationary measures. What Donald Trump? Tariffs are inflationary. Usually, unless something really strange happens, like I tried to talk about the other day. It's nuts. It's absolute nuts. And we criticise our government in the United Kingdom. Flipping hell, they're sane in comparison. They've got their problems, and some woman's just, the Transport Secretary, she's just stepped down, I believe, because some so-called fraud with a mobile phone, which, not be funny, I think that was so pathetic, actually. It wasn't even really, that was nothing. Yeah. At least he didn't put them in a Russian into the House of Lords. His father was in the KGB, for Christ's sake. You know, KGB was it's nothing anymore. Well, no, hang on. Not according to Vladimir Putin. You don't resign from the KGB. No. You might get poisoned, a bit of arsenic maybe, or something like that, or maybe some Novichok in the pants, or something. You know how it goes. Oh no, that's his opponents. You know, yeah. I don't know about you, but I have never witnessed what is happening now, ever in my life. Never have I witnessed anything so mad what's going on at the moment. Have you? This is just this level of insanity that's going on. I don't know how you can put yourself out of this one. How you could actually turn this around. There's no making these people wake up. They're so far down that rabbit hole. You want to tell all the rapists what? You can't convince people like that. They're lost. The only thing you can do is remove all the children at birth from MAGA, all right? Put them all into education camps so they're actually educated, and put the rest of them in minces, or something. Make pies out of them. I can't see how you're going to get around this. You need a cull. A purge. That's it. Have a purge. The only thing is they've got more guns, haven't they, Jefferson? Or have they? I don't know. Blimey, it's flipping madness. So anyway, he's a conspiracy theorist. Quite frankly, everything he just said is a conspiracy. We're talking about Kash Patel, and he's Trump's pick to lead the FBI. But he's likely to face a lot of blowback, isn't he, from the Senate? He really is. And he's a sort of deep state critic. And he wants to shut down the agency's headquarters. He's going to actually... will he get confirmed? I think even those in the Republicans are going to find it a little bit difficult, or in the Senate are going to find it a bit difficult to pass him. And a lot of these candidates... Look, Mitch McConnell, for instance, I can't see him agreeing with this. There we go. Although he's stepping down, isn't he? So yeah, Donald Trump's plan. He's got lots of plans, hasn't he? Or was that a figure of a plan, an etch of a plan, a sketch of a plan? Donald Trump's plan to nominate the FBI director, the deep state conspiracy theorist Kash Patel, a virulent critic of the Bureau who has threatened to fire its top echelons and shut down the agency's headquarters, and is facing blowback in Congress as the US senators begin to flex their muscles ahead of a contentious confirmation process. This is just... when is this going to end? When is it going to end? This is just crazy. So we've got Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and some anti-abortion think tanks in the US backing Nigel Farage in the UK, try and push him into being the next Prime Minister. And Nigel Farage is playing it a little bit touchy-feely at the moment. Like, for instance, we need to reduce the time or something regarding abortion instead of being less weeks. But that's going to lead to a complete ban eventually, isn't it? That's basically what he wants. And also, you've got flipping Elon Musk, constantly pushing out against Keir Starmer or the Labour Party as a whole. I think we can't forget something. We mustn't forget, though. These people they're all opportunists, aren't they? Elon Musk, for instance, is opportunist. He used to be a Democrat. Trump used to be a Democrat. When he found out he couldn't really get anywhere as a Democrat, he thought, we're the crazy bunch. Oh, I know! There's a load of crazies in the Republican Party and people who support the Republican Party. I know, I'll create some mantras and some anagrams. Oh, MAGA, that'll do. Make America great again. Oh, crikey. And it's bled over here in the UK and here in France. It's given these other right-wing groups kudos, isn't it? It's given them more status, more grounding. But people, and if it's good enough for the United States, it's good enough for us. Flipping hell. Now, everyone at the moment is looking at a lot of people who invest and what have you are looking at investing more in crypto because they feel it's more secure. Gold is doing pretty poorly at the moment, and crypto has gone through the roof, hasn't it? But there could be a crash and burn, but when you consider what it used to be, and now it's like almost 100 grand for a coin, very expensive coin, people investing in crypto. They think it's safer. I think you have to be a bit more realistic than that. Like, unless your crypto wallet is going to be is safe, the whole thing could literally, if a war, for instance, was going, where there's a distinct possibility, isn't there? It's very frightening. We could be heading into some kind of war conflict. But that ain't going to help, is it? Not in inflation, what have you. It's is it a safe commodity? The thing about it's not really even a commodity, is it? It's just there, isn't it? It's not actually a thing. It's like these non-fungible assets, like digital images of Donald Trump that sold overnight. Yeah, pretending to be, I don't know, Spartan or something, Spartacus. Or Hercules. Lifting up there. Oh, crikey. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I find it a little bit hard to kind of regulate it in my mind. I just doesn't make any sense how things are turned out that way, is it? It's just madness. So you've got Elon Musk now. He says he's going to be examining the tariffs on certain US items. When I say he, Justin Trudeau, as in Canada, are going to be looking at the tariffs and see what they can do regarding being retaliatory towards Donald Trump's proposed tariffs, 25% on Canada. We've already heard what the response from Claudia Sheinbaum, the president of Mexico, her response, which was pretty darn good. She seems a really good president, I have to admit. Didn't know much about it until I started reading about her yesterday. I thought, crikey, she's pretty cool. I thought she was pretty cool. So, in Toronto, Canada is already examining the possible retaliatory tariffs on certain items from the United States. And should President-elect Donald Trump follow through on his threat to impose sweeping tariffs on the Canadian products, and senior official said on Wednesday. Now, Trump has threatened to impose tariffs on products from Canada, Mexico, etc., and other countries, including the United Kingdom. But when how much oil? Is it like 40-50% of your oil comes from Canada? 60-odd% of your veg, is that about 60% of your veg comes from, what was it 40%? Oh God, I lost count now. Veg comes from Mexico, and tomatoes. Oh crikey, most, yeah. It's about 60% of your tomatoes come from Mexico. Now, out of season here in the EU and the UK, a lot of tomatoes come from places like Morocco and places like that. Morocco. But for you, it'd be Mexico. It's a part of the country's support structure to help the country function, you know. If you could argue and say, okay, well, it shouldn't have happened in the first place, we should have been growing our own tomatoes, which, you know, obviously you can in some places in the United States, a lot of, you know, much of the year round, can't you? But if you're going to go that route, or you just, well, stop importing stuff in the first place and not didn't go in that direction in the first place several decades ago, and then maybe you might have been in a better position now. But the fact of the matter is, trade has gone where the money is. You want cheaper goods, just like in the United Kingdom. People want cheaper goods. They want cheaper food, cheaper this and cheaper that. Supermarkets went to try and get more profits, and to do that, you also get cheaper food. So they go where the food's cheaper. You know, it's like even the North, turkeys and what have you. Same thing about Christmas. You have to have Thanksgiving and all that, you know. But yeah, turkeys for Christmas. In the United Kingdom, people have a turkey for Christmas dinner. The family will come around and you know, your mag a lot and that. You know, right and left. You can imagine what that was like at Thanksgiving. Like crikey. We're having the same with Brexiters and Remainers. Anyway, these turkeys, like for instance, I got a Norfolk turkey. Yeah, got a Norfolk turkey. Well, they're not really Norfolk. They're just a breed of turkey. They were bred in Norfolk, but a lot of those turkeys are actually been bred and grown and raised in places like Lithuania, and imported into the United Kingdom. And they would put tariffs on them. Checks and stuff. Just like you guys with your tomatoes. You put tariffs on your tomatoes. Everything's going to become more expensive, and not by a little, by a lot. It's nuts. If you didn't take that route in the first place, you'd have been all right, but no. Maybe get knocked about socialism, don't you know? I was talking about socialism, communism yesterday, and because I was getting a lot of comments. Oh, you're socialist, you're Marxist. I thought that's funny. Am I? Well, maybe. I don't know. Who cares? Is it that bad? I don't care. Is socialism bad? Of course it's not. It's daft to think socialism is bad. Oh, it doesn't work. No, that's what they tell you it doesn't work. The right-wing press will tell you it doesn't work. But it does work. Greed is the problem. And then in any system, including capitalism, greed is the thing that disrupts the actual, prevents the system from working fairly. Even in capitalism, but capitalism is a bit of a sod, isn't it, really? That's never going to work right, is that really, capitalism? Got too many rich buggers with too much money, and it's going to be gone for too long, you see. And now we've got to a point where there's too many rich people. And actually, a lot of the wealth held within a very small percentage of society, and we don't see a crumb of it. And yet we keep feeding them. We keep feeding that monster. I'm wondering why we ain't got nothing. Sometimes I think the only way to actually sort these problems out is extreme measures. Whether you boycott these companies or... Oh, cheers for that, Mad Monk and Joel. Delete that person. Thank you. Yeah, if you're naughty in the chat, doing anything stupid in the chat, you'll be gone. Oh, zero tolerance. Although everyone's welcome to participate on the right or the left, but as long as you're not being a prat about it, obviously. We don't want no prats in the chat. No, don't. Where are we? Mexico is also a major producer of auto parts used here in the US. And cars even, you know, like electric cars, what have you. Also, I was reading about some car parts, component engines and stuff, end up going across that border about 12 times. 12 times! I thought, crikey. Let's just wood on that fire. I thought, that's nuts. You don't realise it. For all those land miles. You know, and they tell you that car's got no miles on it. They're lying. You admins are awesome. And on the ball with these MAGA trolls. Thank you. They are awesome. We've got some really good admins here, and they actually do it on other sites as well, and they give up their time for it. And it is really, really appreciated. It really is. And it's they're a decent bunch. Now, a friend of mine on another channel, you might have heard of him, you might not have done, Graham Hughes. He's got a channel, Labour Social, or Politics or something. I don't know what it's called. Politics Social. Anyway, he sent me over something that he did for me, and actually not really for me, for me do. It's Politics Social. There we go. Nope, not that one. Hang on, I'm looking in the wrong place. I'm looking in the wrong place. Oh, there we go. Let me just show you this. Where we are. Where are we? Graham. There we are. My little Wally has got a remembrance sign. Okay, there you are. Is it back to front? He's got a little remembrance sign on Ginger Island in the Caribbean. So I thought that was very, very kind of him. So we were quite touched by that, because Wally's my dog. He just passed away recently, and we've been, it's been horrible. Obviously, he was the best part of me. Genie Bottle says, if wages were stable enough to live and thrive, prices fixed to that only go up as wages do. Cap top earners and cut wealth extremes. This is where austerity obviously doesn't work, because nothing. With austerity, like for instance, the junior doctors in the United Kingdom, or like if their wages are kept low, and then you've got inflation, well, obviously they've basically had a real-term pay cut, haven't they? Like everybody else. And the same in the United States, I can't believe that your minimum wage has not gone up in 15 years. 15 years hasn't gone up. That's unbelievable. How is that morally correct? It should at least come up with inflation. At least. But no, hasn't gone up in 15 years. They won't vote on it. Democrats, all Republicans. What's happened to common decency, and giving people the ability to earn a decent living? But no, all this does is allow scoundrel employers to take advantage of you. The minimum wage has gone up in the UK, but not by much. No. And it's not in line with inflation. And like what was Judy Bottle saying, the wages have not increased with inflation, so it's not, it doesn't matter if the price of eggs are 10 quid a box or something, as long as your wages have gone up in alignment with that. As long as you're earning that money. Then again, if you've got no money at all, or you're buying it from savings, but then you might be stuffed, mightn't you? Especially if you're not getting any interest on your savings. The greatest country in the world. Yeah, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? But with the land of the free until January 2025. Crikey, what they're proposing, and what I might have to play that to you again in a minute. It's just shocking. Kash Patel is going to be the FBI director. The chief. It's just nuts. Absolute nuts. That man is horrendous. A load of people are going to get arrested for stuff that is not even a crime. Because they just changed the rules to suit them. He says he's going to use the Constitution. Donald Trump says he's going to use the Constitution. And they extract in the Constitution, I can't remember what the words were now, they're going to use, they're just going to draw it out of all proportion, stretch it that wafer thin to try and make it so they can actually use it. No. they'd have to change the Constitution. They'd have to tweak it somewhere, which probably does need some tweaking. Because at the end of the day, it was written in a time where people didn't have ballpoint pens; they had a quill. Things have moved on, so there's obviously a lot needs to be changed. Like the right to bear arms. What arms? What AK-47? That needs to be looked at. Oh, what, an hand grenade? Oh, that's fine. That definitely needs to be looked at, but not by Donald Trump and his ilk. Definitely not. Hello, Gingers. I hope you're well. Oh, crikey. Have you heard about Kash Patel? Oh, my giddy aunt. I was listening to him for an interview. I just played it a minute ago. I'll play it again in a moment. Between Steve Bannon and Kash Patel. And Kash Patel's he's basically telling us how he's going to go about his job. He's literally going to go after everybody who basically disagrees with Donald Trump. Or anyone who went against him, or anyone that tries to take him to court, for instance. Convictions and what have you. Anyone who accuses them of having a mushroom penis. Oh, what's that Stormy Daniels or the other one? Oh, I can't remember now. She's saying it, so she must know. The Democrats' messaging is horrible. The party needs overhaul at the top. It probably does. I spilled beer all over myself now. It's all old hat stuff, isn't it? I think politicians tend to forget who the future are, as in the kids. If you want to either be in for a long time, or you want to be seen as a government of change, you need to be thinking about the children, those who will be the next line of voters. Yeah. It's funny how the Ginny Bottle says, it's funny how the bankers' bonuses always seem to go up, as well as the MPs. Yeah. Those in government, theirs goes up. To be fair to Caroline Lucas in the UK, well, she's not there anymore. She rejected a couple of the pay rises she did. So she says it wasn't right when people are struggling. The land of the dim. That's not everybody, is it? There's a lot of very clever, very sensible, very good people in the United States. The problem is there's a hell of a lot, over 76 million odd, who voted for Donald Trump, who have actually got a nasty streak in them. And they're either ignorant, stupid, or just vicious. Hateful. It's either something like that, and it's got to be. But there's a lot of people who didn't vote for him, still. It was quite close. It's like, those of us didn't vote for Brexit, and we thought that was a pile of shit, and it is. It's turned out to be exactly that. No benefits of Brexit, apart from those who want to, who basically pushed it and wanted a bit of money, or hide their money. But it's not everybody. It's really not. If anyone thinks that's what I think, that's not. Okay? It really is not. If I poke the finger, I'm poking the finger at stupid people, and that don't mean everybody is. I think everybody has a certain level of stupidity, including myself. But, we're all good at something, aren't we? We've always got something. But common sense shouldn't be that difficult to push forwards, should it? No? No, it's not that easy at all. In fact, we're still sliding down that old slippery slope. It's the situation regarding the right. This is another thing, but right. I look at some of the things on the right, I think, hey, that's quite sensible. And I look at things on the left, that's pretty sensible. I think they're down the right, that's pretty sensible. There isn't really a left and a right. Yeah, we need a bit of we need something that sort of meshes together, And this archaic system that we've got, like you have in the United States, and like we have in the United Kingdom, we've got this two-party system. The college vote. It's madness. We just always end up with the same old people. No radical ideas. Oh, actually, they got Donald Trump. I'd say his ideas are pretty radical, but not for the better. No. So no new ideas or anything. That's always the same old rubbish. Yeah, the same old governments. And it's a soul destroyer, it really is. You know, you think, why the hell am I voting? What am I voting for? No wonder a lot of people don't bother voting. I know it's foolish not to, but a lot of people don't. Or they'll spoil their ballot. What did Joe say? What did Joe say? What did you say, Joe? One thing I should warn people, this is being streamed from France in the EU, and it can be recorded, or might be recorded and sent to the proper EU authorities. Ooh, and IP detection is easy here. Yeah, we talk about the quite wasn't it? Oh, what's it called again? Not the GP. There's a new one that came out earlier this year, the Digital Something Act. Can't remember what it's called now. Put it like this: Elon Musk don't like it. Don't worry, it's around like you have, but you know, just be civil. That's it. Yes, fair enough. The number watching is going up and down like a yo-yo. I know people don't like me. I said hello. Oh god, not him. They bugger off again. Oh dear. Having auto trolls and idiot trolls. Yeah, that's a good point actually. That's probably half of them, to be honest. So nice. So be nice, YouTube friendly. Yeah, and the other thing about it is that YouTube keeps changing the rules, and what happens is these will get archived into our onto the channel, and if things are end up in the chat, it could cause the channel damage or what have you as well. So it's quite important that they're dealt with. So please don't do it. Genie Bottle, why would you resort to name calling when I'm being respectful, asking legitimate questions? Okay, hang on. What did Vicky say? What have I missed? What have I missed? Can't see it now. I can't even see it. Oh, I can't see it. Meant statements. That's not a question. Oh, yeah, fair enough. When the fact is, he is certainly good for you. The thing about Donald Trump, he's not good for anybody. Only for him and his family. Donald Trump is taking care of himself. We all know why he's really there. He don't go to jail, does he? He don't want to be picking up the soap. That's what it is. You know? Yeah. And that's why he got to give him his dues. He flipping worked that, didn't he? He really did work to actually try and win people over. And I don't know how it worked, but he was working at it. I was surprised at his age that he managed to do all that. So he does run on adrenaline. I think it's all that dancing, isn't it? It's like, the milking of the two giraffes, if you know what I mean. Yeah. What's that all about? Did anyone see the little video clip of Donald Trump, Elon Musk, and that at their party? And Donald Trump is doing this funny little shuffle in the chair. And then he gets a chance to get Elon Musk to join in, and Elon Musk sort of does it for 2 seconds. And God's sake. Oh my God. I can see that relationship turning sour quite quickly. I really can. We'll see. Anyway, they're all Democrats one time, and they're basically trying to feather their own nests now. We know why Elon Musk is there. He wants to have some more sway, have sway in the government, so he can vote for the FCC regarding his jets, and then you got regarding his Neuralink. He wants to get all the stuff pushed through, doesn't he? He wants to make it easy for him. It's bloody obvious, isn't it? And obviously the self-driving cars and planes and these robots that are going to be taking over the world. Deport. Oh dear. They're doing it already in the United Kingdom. They're deporting. Yeah. More than the Tories managed to do anyway in a very short period of time. You want to deport me? You try. Always dance and celebrate when they convince the poor to give them more power and blame their neighbours for problems. Well, and also they do like to celebrate when they make more money at selling more crap to the fools that buy it. You've got Donald Trump with his NFTs. You've got Donald Trump with his weird boots. You've got Donald Trump with that overpriced watch. You've got Donald Trump with his guitars. Donald Trump with his Bible. You've got Donald Trump with his wine and champagne. And oh my God, the list is endless. Even Nigel Farage has had a go with gin. Farage gin. It's the same gin. A lot of these gin producers, they don't distill the gin. They just buy white alcohol. Just basically just alcohol, and then they put flavours in it. And that's how that one's done. Nigel Farage's gin. A lot of gin producers do that. The only child trafficking is the US border control, as they are the ones separating children from their families. They passed a flippin' bill for that. To allow them to do that. To separate families. That's disgusting. What about, I'll tell you what else, though. Something reminded me, something in the chat. Actually, it's on the comment. This was on yesterday's live stream. And I thought, crikey, you're right. I didn't even think about that. And as someone who loves dogs and animals and what have you, I should have thought about it. But, well, here it is. There we go. Now, this is from yesterday's live stream. Defiance Crow J111RR says, speaking of pets, I worry about them. 2. What happens to them when people get too poor, which could happen because obviously inflation, to take care of them? Well, we know what happens, don't we? People dump them, don't they? Or they get caught up in the deportation. What happens to these pets if, for instance, you've got so-called undocumented migrants, you know, the ones that are propping up the US economy? What happens when they get scooped up and put in a concentration camp, ready to be sent away? What happens to the animals? What happens to the pets, the cats, the dogs, the fish? You know? That's cruel. It really is cruel. So the animal shelters apparently will get flooded with unwanted pets. And they will suffer as well. And I really hate Trump and his goons, don't we all, apart from the MAGA lot. Yeah, what about the animals? Can we just deport Donald Trump, please? Can we just deport Nigel Farage? I was really hoping that you're going to hold on to him. Because they keep Nigel Farage there in the United States. And you can do whatever you like to him. I don't care, all right? Whatever. Just not, we don't want him here. Flip man, he's a spanner in the works. He really is not you spanners. You nice spanners, okay? I mean, you know. Good moderators. Well, anyway, let me just find that clip again. I'm going to play that clip again because it's definitely worth another play. And also, we've got different people there now. About there. There we go. Listen, this is between Steve Bannon and Kash Patel. I've already played it once on the stream, so I do apologise if you've already heard it. But it's definitely worth.
I know you're probably going to be head of the CIA. But do you believe that you can deliver the goods on this in a pretty short order the first couple of months so we can get rolling on prosecutions?
Yes, we got the bench for it, Bannon, and you know those guys. I'm not going to go out there and say their names right now so the radical left-wing media can terrorize them. But, excuse me, the one thing we learned in the Trump administration the first go-around is we got to put in all-America patriots top to bottom. And we got them for law enforcement. We got them for intel collection. We got them for offensive operations. We got them for DOD, CIA, everywhere. And the one thing we will do that they never will do is we will follow the facts and the law and go to courts of law and correct these justices and lawyers who have been prosecuting these cases based on politics and actually issuing them as lawfare. We will go out and find the conspirators, not just in government, but in the media. Yes, we're going to come after the people in the media who lied about American citizens, who helped Joe Biden rig presidential elections. We're going to come after you. Whether it's criminally or civilly, we'll figure that out. But yeah, we're putting you all on notice. And Steve, this is why they hate us. This is why we're tyrannical. This is why we're dictators. Because we're actually going to use the Constitution to prosecute them for crimes they said we have always been guilty of, but never have.
So
that is scary. You got to admit, that is bloody scary. How many people are going to be scooped up in that, and end up, entering in front of the courts and some bogus judge? It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Hey, I'm on top chat still. Sorry, I was putting on chat. There we go. Don't forget to boot the old like button. I haven't done it yet. There you go, I've done it. Oh dear. Okay, here we go. Yes, nut job. Literally. You're not wrong there, David Lewis. An absolute nut job. That's the guy who's going to be the director of the FBI. Oh, crikey. The sale of pardons will begin as soon as Donald Trump takes office. The sale of pardons. Oh my God, is that what's going to come next? Is it? Can I buy a pardon, please? Mr. President, can I buy a pardon? Oh dear, it's just unbelievable, isn't it? Trump should have been arrested the minute he left the White House. Yes, definitely. Merrick Garland is a coward, and Trump should be in jail already. Yes. The arrogance and stupidity of many Americans is terrifying. It is. The thing is, you see, what's going to happen? You're going to get these people being called out by the MAGA lot, aren't you? It's going to be like, I don't know, like vigilantes. Mr. FBI, Mr. Nash Potassium. I mean, anyway, Cash Patel. He's can you come and we've got him here. I've got him at gunpoint. Can you come and collect him? I'll just shoot, boy. While you're there, it's just madness. The whole thing's madness. Misinformation is a crime. It should be. Is it in the United States? Uh, 420 Red Hats claim to have Hunter's laptop. How many laptops are there? I think he's only got one, isn't he? Misinformation punished with free. Oh, so in Portugal, if you're in obviously imagine everything, especially if you're in a position of authority, I imagine, if you misinform, it is a crime, and you can get 3 to 3 years in jail. Yes, so you should. This is all right. This is all going on, right? In the United States, and you got Elon Musk and Donald Trump and others going on about what's going on in the UK. Oh, free speech is dead. No, it's not. It's actually stupid. It's just that's what they're saying on their Twitter. Or was it X? I can't remember. Anyway, and it's just stupid. It's absolutely stupid. So they're happy to lock any old Tom, Dick, and Harry up just because they've tweeted something against Donald Trump or said something against Donald Trump or. Maybe a prosecutor has prosecuted Donald Trump, which you have. People are just fleeing the United States already. I'll tell you what, we're going to be having little boats landing Ireland, we are. Yeah, little rubber boats all the way from the United States. Oh, crikey, don't do it, it's very dangerous. Asylum seekers. Just go to Canada. With Mexico. Flipping hell. They're going to have more work over there soon, you see. So the Republicans, oh, I see what you're saying. So Biden wasted the first 2 years of his administration thinking that the Republicans were going to work with him. It took them 2 years to realise that it just wanted to wreck his presidency. So that's blindness. That's foolhardy. I agree with that, quite frankly. But if they want to abide by the system and get things passed, fortunately, they didn't have enough power on their own, did they? These big signatures, that's what she should have done. Free Assange. Yeah, quite frankly. Then again, he did put a lot of... Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was Snowden, wasn't it? He put a lot of... What was Snowden? Put a load of lives at risk. Or at least that's what we're told. Why did he die? Who died? Just last night at my daughter's university, had to be shut down looking for a wipes who had... What wipes? Who had assaulted the... I don't understand that, sorry. America has been headed in this direction ever since Reagan. Blimey. Hello there. Oh, it's Ginger's at her birthday. Okay then. Oh, I've got to sing happy birthday. All right, this is a request. This is. Blimey, I should get drums out. Ginger's, this is just for you. Happy birthday to you. I'm trying to do the Marilyn Monroe thing, okay? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Numbers are going down. They're literally gone down. Excellent. I'll have to stop there, but you got the gist. Okay, that people didn't like that. I literally just dropped by about 40 people watching just as started. Oh, happy birthday, Gingers. Oh, I'm on competition with Max. Yeah, Max throws spears. Me and Max throws spears. Oh, crikey. There's a geezer called Full Monty or something else as well. Top Smoke and that. He's been digging it in. He has. Yeah, he's been. Oh, crikey. With his like 10 followers on Twitter. Giving me a hard time, he is. Yeah. Stop the greed. Thank you. Stop the greed. And hang on. What about my second voice, Gingers? I thought you'd like that. Blimey. What's up with foreigners speaking on our politics? Well, because it affects us. If you really want to know why, it doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone. You're supposed to be the empire, the ones who tells people to jump, and we ask how high. That's why it affects everybody. Your inflation goes up through the roof, it affects us. If you put tariffs on us, it affects us. Of course, we're talking about your politics, just like you lot keep talking about our politics in the United Kingdom and constantly criticising our government in the United Kingdom. Or here in France, where I live, constantly criticising Macron because you don't like Macron. So what? I like Macron. It's macaroons. They're quite nice macaroons. Yeah, I don't like all the colours though. They're all E-numbers and stuff. But anyway, so pot, kettle black, I would say. Of course, you're talking about people's politics. You're talking about them in Mexico. You're talking about them in Australia. You're talking about everybody. So yes, I'm talking about American politics in the United States, but also in the United Kingdom and whatever else comes my way. I don't care. And if people don't like it, it's tough tea. Because that's what happens, you know. So what are you trying to tell me? All these like rooters and all them lot, they're not supposed to do politics other than the country they're in. Is that what you're trying to tell me? You don't like it when you feel you're being attacked. That's what it is. I'm a victim. Poor little devils. Oh, little snowflakes. Sorry. Oh, God, I've got a super chat. Oh, we've been raided by Goal. Hello there. And people from Goal have been raided, we have. So, anyways, so much liberty and justice for all. here in America. Are you jealous of all our exceptionalism and freedom? Freedom? You're not going to pay for it, are you? Oh, yes, I'm jealous. I have to admit, it's entertaining, but also very concerning at the same time. It's all like sadomasochism. I can't say it. Oh, it's painful. Thanks, Rick's text. Much appreciated. Yeah, no, we've got our own problems in the United Kingdom. We're heading that way as well. We've got some crazies. We've got some real nasty pieces of work in the UK. Real nasty pieces of work. And the same here in the EU. We've obviously got the right-wing politics. You have Marine Le Pen, who's trying to put pressure on the not the president, but the prime minister at the moment to to abide by her rules, what she wants. It's all up in the air at the moment, anyway, here in France. But it's one of them things. The problem with these people on the hard right, they've got policies, they've got ideas, but they have no means of seeing them through. We're going to do this, we're going to do that. They never achieve it. They never achieve it. How many times regarding, I don't know, the right-wing nut jobs in the UK government come up with all these weird and wonderful, like the Rwanda plan, they couldn't achieve it. It's just loads of stuff they just can't do it. They just spout load of crap, basically. Like Brexit, for instance. Brexit, oh my Gideon. It's been the worst thing that's happened to the United Kingdom ever, pretty much, apart from invasions. It's destroyed our economy. Absolutely destroyed it. It's destroyed our way of life as well. The ability to easily live and work abroad, within mainland Europe. Bit of trade with countries in mainland Europe, And now we've basically put up this barrier. Just what you guys in the United States are about to have to suffer. Your wall is about to get a little bit taller in the form of tariffs. It's called red tape. Raw red tape. And red tape costs money. It's not just the tariff. Someone's got to administer it. Someone's going to have to. We've got pre-printed packaging with prices on and stuff like that. It's all got to be changed. Labels we put on top. All this stuff costs money. Geordie, hello, buddy. This too shall pass. People will suffer. Livelihoods will be lost. Businesses will go bust. But this too shall pass eventually. No, I agree. That always does, doesn't it? It looks like that. It's a roller coaster ride. But I'm very concerned that the people who are so extreme. We've always had like right and left wing politics, but not these extremes. To this level. 75 million, 76 million people apparently voted for Donald Trump. That is a huge amount of the actual voting electorate. A lot of people didn't vote, obviously. That's a huge amount. It's going to take a very long time to get them to come around, to if they ever do. A lot of these people are lost, Hello, number 3. Hope you're well. UFOs arriving soon, apparently. Already over airports. Not drones. Watch the skies. It's Independence Day. Oh, dear. The thing is, though, it's like, we know all this stuff is going on. They see all these drones. They do nothing about it. What about the flipping balloon that was going over China? Oh, over the US, sorry. That Chinese balloon. And eventually they blew it out of the sky, didn't they? The size of a balloon bus. They're doing recce. That's what they're doing. Hello, Forsten Frank. I hope you're well. Hello again to you too. We're all on one Earth going nowhere. Going somewhere. Random bloody circles at the moment. But it's a light at the end of this tunnel. I suppose it's got to be eventually, isn't there? Like Joe was saying, there's got to be light somewhere. We need a way out. We need a route out. We need an escape pod. Billionaires created a maggot, yes, and 2025. And a lot of the people who were involved in making 2025 are now in that cabinet, all getting key jobs. Flipping hell. And Donald Trump told these people, no, I don't know nothing about it, I ain't read it. Which probably is true. It's nuts. Are you in the UK? No, I'm in France. Okay, I am a British citizen, but I am in France. Yes, I'm talking about American politics, living a British citizen living in France, talking about American politics because it affects us, as I explained a moment ago. Trump is loved here. We need him to change the government's authoritarian nature. That is the most ridiculous thing. I'm sorry, Mikey. I'm glad that you've actually made a comment, but that is actually the most ridiculous thing anyone could say. What is... How is scooping up the so-called non-documented migrants and chucking them in detention camps, how is that not authoritarian? How is criminalising people who are actually just doing their job, calling out, well, the criminals such as Donald Trump, and he wasn't, whether you look at it, there's no way that isn't true. Flipping else, there's enough evidence against him. He's flipping those recordings of him saying this stuff. He's a dictator. This is what he wants. He wants to be a dictator. He's trying to create a dynasty. Yeah, I'm in France. With these tariffs, imagine how many market quotas in the US lose to their direct competitors like China, God yes, the EU, yes, India, South America, etc. Won't it be nice? Yeah, well, they'll all do a lot better out of it. That's what I was saying. They're going to get more jobs. And then the thing is, those people's choices can be very much reduced in the US. And over here in the UK as well, so you do trade with us, we won't be able to get your products because we won't be able to afford them because the prices are going to go up. They'll have to. The only way they get around that one, or maybe, is to have those components installed once they arrive. I don't think that'll work. Not with cars, anyway. There we go. Even the UK may benefit from the tariffs. They might move markets, yeah. Quit YouTube. Why? They have ruined California. You're not from here. Oh, there goes Mikey again. Oh, dear. Sorry, Mikey, but this is stupid as stupid does. They have ruined California. You're not from here. You don't know freedom of speech, y'all. Go to jail for memes. Do you realise how stupid it is what you just said? You've been on X. You listen to flipping Elon Musk spouting a load of crap. It is not like that at all. It is very low key. It just gets a huge amount of press when somebody does end up doing something extreme. Huge amount of press. The police here haven't got the time. They're overstretched. Oh, you got your whiskey? I've got a little whiskey in here. I haven't drank it. Oh, there you go. Glamorgan. Maggie, last week a coffee shop owner called the PM a prick. How is that for freedom of speech? It does happen. It does happen. Keir Starmer's getting a huge amount of issues at the moment. He's not locking them up. People hate him at the moment. But it's just right-wing narratives just pushing a certain Narrative, certain narrative, rhetoric. And a lot of it's bollocks. A lot of it's bollocks. You know? Could Keir Starmer, in the Labour Party do better? Of course he could. Any government could do better. Is he being criticised for only the stuff that people don't like? And don't get any praise whatsoever for anything else? Because the right-wing media is not going to tell you what is good. They don't. And the papers that do tell you are the ones that are too small. They don't get the headlines. They don't. When you got flipping, the likes of Murdoch and his News Corp, and he's got so much blinking power and money, and pushes with a sponsored advertising regarding a huge amount of money. You get other smaller papers, like left-wing papers, like The Guardian and what have you, but then, quite frankly, they rely on donations. Of course, they're not going to get the coverage. You see, the algorithm, well, maybe they need to tweak the algorithm, just like Elon Musk did regarding his posts on Twitter, so he gets more coverage. No offending, AllShorts. No offending. Have I been a naughty boy? Oh, Daniel A. A lot of states' average age is near 50. How cool. Average age. That's aging population, isn't you? Yeah, MAGA's going to be here for a long time. We've got our gammons in the UK now. We've got our gammons, they're basically all red-faced and angry, Sam Onilkawa, he calls them criminals, but they are the ones constructing the roads, exactly, and building bridges, growing and harvesting the crops, and at cheap wages and no other benefits. Food prices will go up and the roads will be bad. But the other thing you think about these people, these undocumented migrants, they've got no rights. So they've got no employment rights or anything. They've got no minimum wage or anything like that, even though your minimum wage hasn't gone up in the last 15 years. But they've got nothing. And if the employer, on payday says, I'm not going to pay you, so you were 2 minutes late, I'm not going to pay you for the whole week, or whatever it is, they haven't got a leg to stand on. They haven't got no recourse. These non-documented migrants, they've got no recourse whatsoever, so they end up out of pocket, and they just run away, basically, because, they can't go to authorities, can they? Because effectively there'll be illegals in their book. They're propping up the US economy. It's the black economy. It's still an economy, it's still money. They still spend money, they still buy food, they still buy clothes, they still this and that and what have you. They still go to the pub or bar. All we talk about is paperwork. We talk about legals and stuff like that, or non-documented. You just talk about paperwork. They're still actually a part of the economy, an important part of the economy. Instead of actually treating them as citizens who, but give them work visas or something. You need them. So why the hell not? Have an amnesty. You need an amnesty because you need the people. Now you got Elon Musk has already told you that, like for instance, Safe Career has got a serious issue regarding birth rates, and it's likely to not exist eventually because everyone's just going to get older and older and older and not making enough new people. Replace them all with robots instead. We have got an aging population, and we're not actually, we're not making them anymore. We go on about immigration and what have you, but we actually need them because we don't have the people. We're not making them anymore, like I say, we're not getting jiggy with it. Partly because of the environment that we live in now, isn't conducive to having a healthy fertility. The food that we eat and stuff like that, the chemicals, the microplastics, the PFAs, all this stuff is all inhibiting our ability to reproduce. In fact, I can't really be bothered. Not for me. Murdoch needs to be deported back to Australia, but they don't want him either. The thing about Murdoch is he's got his fingers in too many bloody countries' business. Now, we don't hear much about Murdoch over here in France. Most of the newspapers are owned by the richest man in France, Arnaud something or other. And the reason for that is you can't own media unless you have a media like newspapers and stuff like that, unless you are actually a resident, a citizen of that country. So it wouldn't be very easy for somebody like Murdoch to own a paper here. It wouldn't be worth as well. So he latches onto all the countries that basically have allowed it to go on, like in the United Kingdom. We need a law in the United Kingdom. I don't know about in the US as well. I don't know what your laws are regarding that. But I won't be surprised to say similar to the UK because there ain't any. So Murdoch can own lots of contradictory papers, some on the right, some on the left, and he can create a mould a narrative if he wants to. He can push narratives, agendas. That's the power that he's got. He's an Australian. I wonder how he feels about the banning of social media for under 16-year-olds. Something to latch on to in that film. Yeah, Jane, I 100% agree. Is it her? Jana Bledsoe? Murdoch needs to be deported back to Australia. Yeah, he does. And so does Elon Musk. He'd be deported to South Africa. What? For Christ's sake, these people, the MAGA lot, they worship people like Elon Musk, right? Who is meddling in politics, in foreign politics, including our own here in the UK and in France. And they don't like it when somebody like little old me, a little old channel, is talking about politics in the United States as well as the United Kingdom, even though I live in France. If the hypocrisy here is just like it's if the shoe fits, I suppose. What did Zero say? 00000. What did you say? I can't see it. Okay. You can't spell felon without Elon. Oh, yeah, thanks, Joel. Ben Tyler. Okay. The US are good at hypocrisy, and the UK is. It's frustrating. It really is frustrating. God, you guys. Another handout to the spanners, to the moderators in the chat and what have you. Crikey, you've been busy today, haven't you, mate? Or mates. It's been a very busy day for you. Very appreciative. Thank you. G Bottle says, AllShorts, we all live on the same planet. Yes, it's world politics. So carry on, regardless. I will do. Say all about that. I'm a bit fixing these days, to be honest. I'd said when I first started doing this game, YouTube a few years ago, I'd have said, well, so what? I'm not saying well. Might be a bit more sensitive towards it, nasty comments and stuff like that. Because I do read comments. And but these days, just water for ducks back these days. You have to. Otherwise, you'd go insane. You'd literally go insane. You worry what everyone's saying about you. Half of it don't make any blooming sense anyway. Some of it, a lot of it, isn't even grammatically correct in any way. It doesn't make sense because it's not grammatically correct, like the way Donald Trump speaks. There we go. Yeah, deport Musk back to South Africa, please. I'm going to Prague. Well, Steve McGowan's in Prague. Is he here still? Is Steve here still? Yeah, got somebody who wants to go to Prague. It's apparently a very, very nice place to live. Beautiful place as well, isn't it? Because I've been told it might be illegal to speak up in my future. Oh dear. The Space Karen discourse. Space Karen. Elon Musk. Space Karen discourse strikes again. If you're referring to Elon Musk, the man that has undoubtedly launched himself quite literally into the atmosphere of controversy. He certainly has. What's happened to Elon Musk? What the heck has happened to him? Is it the ketamine? Or is he just jumped on a bandwagon, you know? Because he thinks it's going to get him what he wants. Sarah says, I'm Iranian. Hello, Iranian, called Sarah. Some agreed at one point, Donald J. Trump was officially Swedish, but even they had some standards. What? Are you half Scottish or something? I'll tell you what, you got exile into Scotland. I bet the Scots would love that, wouldn't you? Mussolini, yeah. Musk is no genius, just good at grifting. He just gets the right people around him. You're only as good as the people that are around you, aren't you? Musk crashed into a midlife crisis without bothering to reach adulthood first. Do you think it might be something to do because his son transitioned? Now girl. So he's got a real problem with her, and he's, you know, he's very thin-skinned, isn't he? How can you just disown your child like that? You know, whether they're trans or whatever, how can you do that? You couldn't have loved her or him at the time, and loved him in the first place. I just find that, but I've got 6 kids, you know, and I love them all. They're all pain in the arse as well, but you know, they're all good kids. All got further education and that, and degrees and stuff. Doing really well, so I'm proud. You know, my grandchildren are doing really well as well. So you know, something in the genes. I was thinking about selling my DNA. What do you reckon? Elon Musk is on drugs and has his head filled. Yeah, Phil. I know he's on ketamine. He's been open and honest about his ketamine use because people take it for depression, don't they? I'm on an antidepressant, but not for depression. It's for I got fibromyalgia. That's probably what these are putting weight on. And I take 1 duloxetine a day, so it's just 30 milligrams, so it's a very low dose, and it's worked because it's nerve pain, you see, and it works well. So for that, so it's done its job. Yeah, ketamine is a terrible drug, AllShorts. After all, it's meant for horses and not people. Good point. That's a really good point. I hadn't thought about that. He's having a horse pill. Oh, blimey. The clergy plan. Musk is demonic or possessed. There's something seriously wrong with him. He didn't used to be as bad as he is now. He didn't. He was actually quite an interesting person to listen to. You'd have to agree with him, but it was still interesting. Now he's just like weird. Really weird. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Has Elon Musk always been rich? I don't know if he has he? Elon Musk is not an engineer or a scientist. He keeps saying he's an engineer, doesn't he? Can you explain the popular vote was really close? Okay, if that's what you're going to say about Donald Trump. You earned the popular vote. Oh dear. I don't need to explain. That's ridiculous. We fought a guy in World War Two that he loves. Yes. Oh crikey, Hitler. All these people admire Putin, Donald Trump, and Hitler. Oh, Stalin. I was given ketamine by a paramedic, laughing all the way to the hospital. Maybe that's why he's jumping around like a big idiot. 700% locked up. Oh, how was this? 700% locked up. Can I change my vote? What? I don't understand. It was the highest popular vote that president had since, to be fair, oh God's sake. It was still blooming close. And, oh, for God's sake. Okay, all right, if you vote for Donald Trump, you voted for the disabled to be gathered up and culled. Because Donald Trump believes that anyone who is disabled in a wheelchair or a little bit cat-eye or whatever, they should just let them die. His words, not mine. Just let them die. They cost too much money. Just let them die. One day that might be one of you MAGA lot who had a car accident and you need some health care or what have you, or you need some disability payments or something so you can get on with what life you got left. Donald Trump would see you as a waste. A waste. Instead of it seeing as an insurance policy, he sees everything as a transaction. Unless he can make money out of you, he doesn't want to know you. He's done it to his own family. For Christ's sake, what kind of man does that? And you honour him. How can you honour somebody like that? What does it say about you? Oh, frustrating as hell it is. Now, I've got a disabled son, so for me it's a very touchy subject. And quite frankly, after reading about what Donald Trump said about his nephew's son, was absolutely disgusting and despicable. And he didn't say it just once, he said it on more than one occasion, and it's obviously what Donald Trump thinks. He'll deny it, but I know who I believe. It ain't going to be Donald Trump. It's really bad if most voters voted for him. Genuine question, I have no idea. Sorry. Is he really bad if most... Well, what does it say about the voters? They got sucked in. If you watched any of the rallies or whatever, it just got sucked into Donald Trump. He sold his persona. I don't understand how it worked, but he can do absolutely anything and he get away with it. He's recorded doing it, he's seen doing it, and he's... he's useless. He put tariffs on last time on China. What happened? Right? The flipping farmers in the United States couldn't sell their meat products. And what did they have to do? The money they got from the flipping tariffs, they had to pay the farmers in subsidies. Didn't work. Caused a massive problem. Tariffs will cost people in the United States big time. It's also inflationary as well, so expect everything to become more expensive. If people voted for Donald Trump because they thought their food was going to become cheaper, it's not. It's about to get considerably more expensive. And you'll get companies boycotting the United States as, regarding the supply chain. That'll be impossible to do trade. It's too expensive. Madness. It was the peace-loving Democrats that tried to silence their opponent. That is a load of bollocks. That is absolute bollocks. Flipping hell. The guy with the gun was a flipping Republican. Look at the enemy within. There's no evidence to support that anyway, so that's just slander. Robin Whitclough, whatever your name is. That's bollocks. China is not going to import 164 billion in agriculture produce. They just announced it, have they? Well, they won't, will they? They'll get it from somewhere else. They've got other places they can get it from. They just want, they're buying on price. And now it's not effective. You see, the countries like the United States, Australia, those sort of places, they've all got the mega farms. All got mega farms. And they produce meat, and also New Zealand, they produce meat stuff at a very low price. It's not healthy, and it's not good for the animals. Animal husbandry is extremely horrendous. Hang on, what have I forgot to put my wood on the fire? Oh dear, what have I done? Maybe I should do. I'll put a little bit more on there. So it's an absolute disaster. Donald Trump coming into power, not just for the United States, but every other country as well. It disrupts the normal order of things and trade. That itself is inflationary before anything else, even before the tariffs. You're not going to vote, people fall off. And unfortunately, you guys and gals in the United States. So, yeah. Let me come. Democrats assumed voters make rational choices instead of emotional ones. Did they have a look at the other side, the people with the red hats on? Did they have one look at them? The thing is, you see, you're not supposed to say they're stupid. The stuff. If people are saying stupid stuff and doing stupid stuff, they're stupid. Or just ignorant. It's just they had to work a lot harder to try and bring them back on side, or back on side, bring on side at all. You've got a sport channel. You can do the super chats as well. I'm more likely to notice your comments in as well. The political party. Oh, speaking of the devil, it's impossible. Blimey, that's like magic. It's like possible to be an informed voter if we don't understand the inner workings of everything. Everyone is an economist all of a sudden. It's not being an economist. This is common sense. You don't need to be an economist to understand if you put a disruption in the way that it's become a hill to climb and you're going to use more fuel to get up there. That's a stupid analogy, I know. But yeah, thanks for that, Sarah. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from, and this is down to... Turn that fan off. Some of this is down to education and not being interested in stuff. Not being interested in how things work. Stick your head in the sand. It's not surprising, I suppose, but when they go low, we go high and lose votes. Yeah, I'm sick of it, though, that. All this actually just pussyfooting around now, I can't be bothered anymore. I wasn't that good at pussyfooting around anyway, but I was going to say a spade's a spade. If someone's been stupid, I call them stupid, as simple as that. I'm fed up with it now. I had it with Brexit and what have you, and the amount of times I put videos up. You can't say that. You're going to push people away. You'll never bring them on side like that. They're lost. I think they're lost. These people who have gone that way, it's going to be a very long time for them to see sense. And the only way they're going to see any kind of sense is in their pocket, or the standard of living, the wages and stuff like that. They're going to find it really, really difficult to make ends meet. Now, my son said something to me, because I just after the Brexit vote, what have you, he said, basically said that it has to fail if we have any chance of actually rejoining. Well, it has failed, and we're still not rejoining the European Union. And I find it extremely sad that what we've done to ourselves and what we've done to our children. And it's painful. You know, and many people in the EU are quite glad about that. The UK, because it's a bit of a spanner in the works. The UK was, and it's well, Westminster. So they're quite glad to see the backs of us. So you know, the likelihood of us getting back in again, we'll probably get vetoed anyway, just like Charles de Gaulle did twice. If you say they're stupid, they might do something stupid, like vote for Brexit. Damn, they've already did. Brexit will just get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse. And half of it isn't even facilitated yet. It hasn't come to fruition yet. Half of it hasn't. There's still stuff going on, waiting to happen. You know, it's just cans been kicked down the road again and again and again. And as you know, it's well, it's been difficult, very difficult. Oh, hang on, just a second. What have I missed? I missed. Did I miss a super chat? I think I did. Just seconds. Know thyself, old-fashioned but very important. Of course, you are number 3. Thanks, my buddy. Oh, I'm missing more. Oh, crikey. Back onto there. I'll check maybe I got back in. That's a good point, actually, Johnny. Are you not supposed to build your worldview on one specialist branch? You just need to understand stuff. You know, the information is out there, and a lot of it's quite basic. It's not difficult. It's fairly obvious things like tariffs are going to cause you a hell of a lot of grief. You know, the fact of the matter is that think of a tariff as a tax. That's all it is. It used to be called a duty years ago, didn't it? You know, but just think of it as a tax. And you know as well as I do, when taxes are added on to the cost of an import, well then, quite frankly, the import becomes more expensive. It just does, and who has to pay it? It's going to be obviously, well, the purchaser. End up in the shops, more money, or online, more money. Everything's going to become more expensive. Food, for instance, will be more expensive. You import quite a lot in the United States, which actually surprised me. Your food security in the United States is quite poor. It's all been down to price, you see. Because people in the United States, they will be paid more money. You know, any economist would tell you, if you want, your business, you want to invest somewhere, you invest where wages are low, such as Mexico or China. One time, but their wages increased considerably, still quite low, but it'd be India now, wouldn't it? Places like India and some of the other smaller countries that are smaller developing countries. Look how fast India has leaped ahead. It's got a bigger economy than the UK now. It's just gone crazy. It's leaps and bounds it is. And in China, for instance, they're growing faster than inflation. Going fast, definitely faster than your growth. It was their growth. China, for instance, was about 7%. Their growth, 6-7%. The UK is treading water at the moment. It's not, in the United States, it's not much better. And of course, they get a bit their bigger economies now. And of course, they look at having their own currency, which is going to obviously damage the dollar. I'm not an economist, just so you know. I'm a woodworker, right? I make stuff out of wood, right? So don't take economist advice off me. I'm just trying to talk to stuff that I've learned. It's just common sense, most of it. It's not difficult stuff to work out. So you put a tariff of 20% on your Mexican tomatoes, you will pay 3 times that on the supermarket, because every part of the process to bring it to the supermarket will also have its profit, of course. Too short of time. Okay. Oh. What am I doing for time? Oh, nearly 2 hours. I'll be clocking off in a moment, I think. Shall I go live again tomorrow? I don't know. What if I do a really late one? It's quite late one, that isn't it? It's 10 to 12 for me, 10 to 11 for the UK. I think it'll be in the United States. You've got too many time zones. US America has never lived under fascism, and they are like a frog in a pot, yes, and they don't know how cooked they are until it's too late, like frogs in a pot. The problem is, see, a lot of the stuff Donald Trump is going to do is going to change everything. A lot of it will be reversible. Whether it's possible or not is at this stage is irrelevant. Because currently, legally, it's not really possible, is it? You know what you've got to do regarding making that to be the last election. You know, you're not going to have to vote again. He said, didn't he? What if he changes the laws, though? You know, he's got the power to do that. Yeah, he get them passed. He probably could. He's got the majority. What Republicans are going to say no to being, the government for life? Oh, that's all. I think, yeah. Almost nobody cares about the actual politics, I think. They care about one or two social issues and then learn talking points about everything else. Just remember how few people know how the government works. Well, you've got 3 stages of government. Yeah, that's a good point. I was watching some interviews with some people in the Trump queue to the rallies and what have you, and they were literally they'll ask questions about the Constitution and stuff like there was, the First and Second Amendments and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they were getting them all mixed up. They didn't actually know them. You know, the freedom of speech and right to bear arms. They didn't even know which ones they were. And yet they're going on about it. They're actually, this is the, oh, dear me, they're reasoning. I think you're right, they just learn talking points. And the thing is, they're the same talking points, almost talking points. They're just like on replay. Thanks for that, Sarah. Who have I got in here at the moment, doggy-wise? I have got little Pandora. She is literally, let me just show you. I can unclip this quite quickly. There we go. Little Pandora's down there. Can you see little Pandora? What do you think about treats, are you? For a free one, can you catch it? Really? Oh no, Talbot throw. My fault. Thanks, Alistair. Let's get it back on here now. That's it, back on. If I can give any advice to anyone, what I have learned is that emotions are bad advisors and logic is our friend. Yes, and science. Numbers, counting. Numbers. How was it? James O'Brien, that's what it's a UK radio presenter. He says that it's just counting. He puts it in pretty much everything, to be fair. Thanks for that, Alistair. Thanks, Sarah. Did I miss somebody? Oops, daisy. Humans can do rationality, but by default won't. Oh dear. Oh, it's nuts, isn't it, really? It really is nuts. Oh. Where the heck are we going with all this? From bad to worse, doesn't it? It really does. Oh, as I said earlier, but it's actually deeply concerning, isn't it? I've still been raided. I've been raided. What goals? Well, that's interesting. What's all this about? What are that? They keep making changes on YouTube, and there's new things I don't understand. Like almost nobody can even remember the 3 branches of government, let alone the global affairs. Oh dear. Neil Fager. I've learned more about capitalism or communism from a few Richard Wolff videos than I've ever learned in my life. Yeah, he's a bit. Someone did point this out before. Actually, he's a bit of a Putin sympathiser. But I was watching some of his 3 weeks ago now. He's very clear as well, very slow. when he's doing his videos, very slow. But very easy to understand, and he's bang on right. You know, socialism is so ridiculed, but it's actually there's nothing wrong with it. Marxism, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, if anything's wrong is capitalism is the worst system out there. It's based on greed. The thing is, though, the greedy buggers don't want to lose it, do they? Because they like their capital. They like their money held in safe places, what they consider like buildings and houses and land and other assets. Capital. Oh, if you're going on about education, which part might be? What about the fact that Donald Trump is just getting rid of the Department of Education, and he's going to hand it to the states? Have you seen some of these states and some of these governors? Do you trust them? Flippin' hell, Marjorie Taylor Greene, really? You need a curriculum that is matched right across the country, and if you're going to have an education system, they're going to have all their own curriculums. Nothing's going to mesh. You get another thing, it could completely change the whole, if they wanted to, change their education system state by state, and that will be recognised anywhere. It's crazy. Oh, she's not a governor anymore. Oh, okay. She's a senator, though. Marjorie Taylor Greene. God, she's crazy, though, isn't she? Oh, come. Do you know what I need to set this up now, back on my computer and over there, really. Or in my other place with all my sound effects and stuff. Water is wet, apparently, so Donald Trump reckons. Anyway, I'm about to lose me battery. It looks like I am, so I will probably be calling it a night, because I need sleep too. I'm getting really tired, to be honest. So politics is ingrained in everyday life, even if it's down to the price of eggs. Most people do not engage with politics, even though it's a major part of. We need to educate in politics. We need to teach kids. It needs to be part of the national curriculum in schools. It's politics. People need to understand. The kids need to understand. So when they know when they get the right to vote, have they got some idea why they're voting and what they're voting for? Teach them all the different types of systems out there, whether it be capitalism, or socialism, or communism, or and how it's done in different countries, and how it works in other countries. How to vote, things you can do, and you mustn't spoil your ballots and stuff like that. And it was pointless. Joe Levy says, I missed the welcome to the Brexit, sir. Oh, that was funny. Yeah, I'll see what I saw out. I might start doing some horizontal format ones if I get my head back on straight, because I'm still a little bit kind of all over the place at the moment, especially after that dog died. It's really hit me. Really hit me hard, it has. But the problem when you do the horizontal formats, you need the notifications to go out. Yeah, the long form, but with the shorts, it's pushed more. Like we've got 218 people. We had 400 people at one point. So it's harder to get the numbers. You need the numbers. You need the people. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll see if I sort that out again. Universal public education. It's communism. Or is it socialism? Oh, matron, doing horizontal stuff. I know. It's like old school. It's just a different system. The thing is, the notifications go out differently. They don't necessarily get many notifications for like vertical format, and plus they push it, and it opens you up to new people coming to the channel. So that's the nice thing about doing it on the short format as well. And it doesn't matter if I just say, okay, I'm going to go live if I feel up to it. Because I'm up and down all the while. You say, I've got fibromyalgia, so sometimes I'm physically absolutely knackered. I just can't do anything. I really struggle. And other times I'm okay. So having a scheduled day wasn't working out. It was getting hard. It was getting harder and harder for me. And the following day, I was absolutely buggered. Couldn't do anything. So it's like a sort of, you do one evening's work doing this, and then you good the rest of the day. So it was quite hard. So anyway, I'd like to thank the spanners in the works because they have been absolutely brilliant today. Doggos! Okay, I've only got one down here at the minute, but I'll rearrange my light. Loosen that so we can rearrange the light. You've got an itch, Dora? Oh, crikey, I can't move it. Why can't I move it? Oh, that's why. That's better. Oh, go that way. There they are. Yes, Dora. Do you want a treat? She's a fatty like me. She's a scavenger, this one is. She buries the bones in that as well. She's actually our youngest dog, even though she's gone grey. She had a collision with a ram, didn't you, girl? And it buggered all her jaw up, and then she went grey virtually straight away. She's only 10. Wally was only 15 when he passed away. But she's a little darling, she is. That she is. I do love my dogs. They become a part of you, you know. There we go. Anyway, thanks to Spanners. Like I said, I've already said that, but I do really appreciate it because they're working overtime tonight. Really are. So it's great job, mods. Yeah. You're saying that with a load of trolls and bots and stuff, and it's just it just spoils of everybody else, doesn't it? Especially when you just got all that nasty stuff as well, and misinformation, which is absolutely ridiculous. Some of it is. It's just stupid. Just don't do it. Just don't do it. You know, have something to contribute. You know, and we've had some people here who vote for Trump, what have you, and fair enough. You know, if that's their thing. I went to a grammar school, but I would not have learned about the government there if I had not studied economics. Oh, I got you. Says number 3. There we come. The last little look. Okay. Yes, definitely, Joel. But everybody feels safe, so they feel they can speak and want to come back again. That's the thing is, it's uncomfortable for people, isn't it? You know, not everyone wants to see it. They really don't, and it's just want to be a nice place to be. What have I missed? I only troll the trolls when the troll trolls. Very good. Anyway, thanks a lot, everybody. Really appreciate you coming, what have you. And thanks to everyone, obviously, with the super chats next. It helps us keep the channel alive and that. Otherwise, I'll have to do something else. I'll have to try and earn. I can't believe I'm clocking off. There's 178 people still watching below me. Have a lovely week and be safe. Look after your family.